Hi guys, my name is Miller and welcome to the start of the latest series of the Fast and the Furious, with the end prize being the Toyota Supra Aerotop. But to get to that car, we will need to go through a series of events, of which Hobbs Redemption is the first one, and that is the one we will be talking about today. So today came the very late 2.5 update, and with the event finally started. But before we go into the details, onto two small items we also happened in the update. So the player ID doesn't show anymore on the loading screens, which is great for also content creators, like very happy to see that got removed. But they also did a big oopsie. They removed the replay feature. It is a feature that I will miss a lot, and it was an amazing source of thumbnails. I really hope they bring it back, as it gave some awesome views on it, and it just let me go creative on thumbnails and stuff like that. And right now I'm kind of limited to back how I used to do it, which is less original. But yeah, so hopefully let's bring it back. But anyways, that's not why we are here today. We are here for today's Hobbs Redemption. It is a 75 races long event with a dual lock-in with a total reward of 4,480,000 cash, 750 gold coins, 28 uncommon, 18 rare and 10 epic fusion parts, 3 stage 6 parts, 2 for the GTR and 1 for the first car you locked in, and on top of that 790 bronze keys and 15 gold keys. Those are a lot of really decent rewards, so I don't think I can complain about those really this time around, which is a unicum really. As far as the lock-in go, we have one paid one and one free car to use. In the first slot you have to either lock in your Corvette ZR1 or the McLaren 720S or Vorsteiner 720S. If you don't have any of these cars, no worries, these can be bought with gold in the showroom, with the exception of the Vorsteiner albeit, but not like we've had in the past. This time you can actually buy a purple star version of the cars for gold, compared to in the past where it was only gold star limited. Purple star cars are in majority of cases slightly faster due to their extra 7 fusion part slots. And for those two it actually is the same for Hobbs ZR1 and for Shaw 720S. They are slightly faster and they even have similar performances to the season price versions of the gold star cars. Only downside is that you cannot really pick a certain color or rim combination and you can't really personalize it. But if you then go look to the McLaren tab or the Chevrolet tab in the dealership, you can see that the gold star variants are both available for gold as well, also for 3,950 gold. And you can then put your own color together with your own rims, but it will not be as fast, so it is a price to be paid. Overall, the free to get cars you might have had already through polls are now available for 3,950 gold, no matter the star color. So once you have that one locked in and you finish the first few races, you come to the point where you get to lock in your second car. Here is a choice a bit limited. The only option you have here is Brian's Nissan Skyline GTR R34 Nismo S-Tune from the 4th Fast and the Furious movie, and it looks gorgeous in this game. I can't express it. During races it looks so good in the dark, definitely on the map which returned with a train on the end. I love it when tracks make returns, but again sadly in the replay mode, which kind of sucks, but yeah. Anyways, as I said, the car is beautiful, but it comes to a certain price as well. Regular tier 5 price of a car, so no real shocker there. But what surprised me is the option to buy both the Purple Star 720S or the ZR1, so Hobbs ZR1 or Shaw 720S, which both by the way look amazing, together with a Skyline for just 5 on top, which to me doesn't seem too bad of a deal if you already planned on spending for the S-Tune and you don't have the gold to get the other one, because I think the 5 extra bucks will be a lot cheaper than getting the 3,950 gold. So to me that sounds like kind of a very good deal. On the other hand, the deal to get fusion parts is a little bit less interesting to me, because Nissan fusion parts are quite common, so for that one I would rather say try to go for the bundle. If you have the money, try to go for the bundle with the cars instead of the bundle with the extra fusion parts and the extra cash. In general, they're both very strong cars maxed out, both the ZR1 and both the 720S, also the Skyline GTR. They're great when deleted because they give that extra nice RP boost, which will eventually make you run less races online, which will get you to save some gold in the long end. That's the way that I look at it. It might at first glance not be that much of a difference, but on the long term they might actually stack up and you will save up on gold by using an deleted Purple Star car. There is a problem though that I have with the Nissan, and that is the fact that internally it is the exact same performance as the C West we already have in game. No joke, when this one is maxed out, the max tune is identical to the same one of the C West, and in some way I do understand the choice of both having the same max performance, but why are the stage 6 parts not shared if they have the exact same stage 6 performance? If they were deemed to have a different in terms of shift pattern and tune but have a kind of regular equal runtime, it would have been more justified. But I don't feel like it's fair to say the two cars are basically identical with just the shell on the outside being different, and you can't use the same stage 6 parts but you get two identical cars in terms of performance, which doesn't really make too much sense in my opinion. But anyways, graphics wise, the S-Tune is the cleanest and the most impressive one. Definitely when you see it in races, it looks just so good. But now the question is it doable? And I must say it is very doable if you have the fusion parts for it, which is almost always the case. I have to make sure I don't create trouble here because in general it is thought fusion parts is not easy to get through. But in general I think I can say it's very doable compared to past events. Might be tough to some due to being down on some epic fusion parts, but I was able to get through it rather easy, having already maxed out 720S from past events and having some nice amount of Nissan fusion parts hanging around. For the hardest race for the Gold Star 720S, which I had locked in, I had to go back to race 60, which required a final time of a 9.404, which is doable with 2 to 3 stage 6 parts. And how to get those stage 6 parts? Well, pretty easy to be honest. You can get them from the free crate every 2 days, or from spending 700 bronze keys for the free crate car after you have locked it in the first slot. Depending on the locked in car, of course, the crate will change. I had a 720S. If you put a Corvette in there, you will get Chevrolet fusion parts and Corvette ZR1 stage 6 parts. But the crates do kind of piss me off. It's a 7-day event with a free crate every 2 days and you get one on day 1, which means that you will have 4 free ones in total, but the loyalty is 7 crates. This is some scammy stuff right here. What happened to the free crate every day for 7 days, giving you a nice guaranteed loyalty? This would be acceptable if an event ran for 14 days like this with a crate every 2 days. But like this, I kind of feel like a low punch move if you ask me, and I don't really think that's fair. It should be reverted back to what it was in the past, a free crate every day for 7 days in a week, and then you would get your guaranteed loyalty. With this system you basically force people into a loyalty, which is not really how it was supposed to be, and I don't really think that's fair. When getting ready for the event, I had a concept of the idea of trying to simulate a full week of free daily crates like how it's supposed to be, because I saw, 7 days, 7 loyalty, without seeing that it was actually 2 days. So my simulation actually got messed up by now, so I realized that only after paying 6 crates. But in those 6 crates I got 2 stage 6 parts, and then I got a third one on the loyalty. And then during the event itself I got 2 extra stage 6 parts, which were not duplicates to my surprise. If this is coincidence or a new feature, I have no idea. If it is a new feature where races can't give dupes anymore, I do think I can rest with the free crates every 2 days system. But in some way I still think it is kind of a poor decision, so we'll have to wait and see what happens to other people. Let me know down below if you had duplicates at those races. I'm really curious to see what happens. So with 5 stage 6 parts ready and being fully fused to full potential, it can be said I'm quite ready for the final race. In terms of tune, I worked with the maxed Evo points, which worked pretty well. Here's the final race against my older counterpart. A 9.325, not bad and reasonably doable, will require 2 to 3 stage 6 parts and all fusion parts of course, so it is possible to finish it without having to spend extra on crates, which to me personally is always a plus. So overall it can be said I'm quite satisfied with the difficulty level of the event. Now what brings the future? We have now had the first of 5 events that will happen. Watch out though, this is not confirmed yet, this is just my personal theory. I have a feeling we can expect 4 more of these types of ladder races for each single paid car, which will lead up to the finale where you will then win the Toyota Supra Aerotop. What those 4 individual cars are going to be is kind of already known as well. And first we have the already uncovered Fairlady Z from the movie Tokyo Drift, which will be the next stop within this same update. Then in 2.6 I believe we will have Hans RX-7 Veilside Fortune and the Mitsubishi Lancer Evo 7 from the second Fast and the Furious movie. But the order is unknown. And then the final one before the finale will actually happen, I think it will be the split bumper F-Bomb Camaro, which might happen in 2.7 update. This means in the end that you will need the Skyline anyways if you want to get the Toyota Supra. But it might sound a bit odd if you already have the other Skyline, the C West, and you're fully right to feel like that. It is odd that you get a car with the exact same performance for the same price that you have to pay a second time for, and you have to completely build back up from stock, and you're forced in doing that to get to the finale just so close after the previous event happened with the flip car. It is odd to me, it is probably odd to many people, but this is how it is right now. I'm not really happy about the full situation about it. I would have preferred shareable stage 6 parts because they do have similar performances, and then the choice if you would have bought a second one or not really. But yeah, that's not up to me to make that kind of decision. So should you get the car or not? That's again a tough question. As a starting player, a one-time investment, I would say to get the bundle containing the Purple Star 720S or ZL1 according to your preference, and the S-Tune, I think that would be a great choice. If you're tight on money but do want the Supra, by the finale the cars will become in cheaper bundles like we had in all the finales so far, so by then make sure you have the cash diffusion parts ready so you can upgrade it. But keep in mind you didn't have the ladder races, so you didn't have the stage 6 parts, you didn't have the crates and all that, so you might have a slight disadvantage. But on the other hand you also probably pay around half of the price, so it does kind of balance it out in some way. It's up to you. By then price will be reduced, but on the meantime people who buy it now will be able to upgrade the car slightly, building up to that finale. Conclusion, to me at least, a better looking Skyline. Definitely on the night track and it stands out so much. I'm dinging it, but a bit too much like the CE West performance wise. I would have preferred roughly the same time running it, but a different tune or shift pattern. And also quite nice to see Purple Stars being available for gold. Oh, and don't forget, hashtag bring back replay mode. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like, subscribe for more content like this. My name is Miller, see you around, and keep racing.